So I got this from my father-in-law, shout out to Ian. He's had this for a little while. He said it's been sitting in his shed. He said it ran when he got it. Seems like a good little unit. I've never seen one that looks like this before. Generator, Hurricane brand, DC 14.4 volts, AC 230, 240 volts. Looks like a good little unit. Designed by TWM, the best choice. Again, there must be a million brands of all this stuff out in the world, but I'm not even sure where this is from. I can't remember where he said he got it from. I'll have to ask him, but anyway, moving right along. We'll put that box down here. So first of all, he said it ran last time he had it out, but that was a year or so ago when he's left the fuel in it and whatever else. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not his pride and joy. It just seems like a good little unit. For a little unit, it is heavy. So I think it would probably be good for camping, but you wouldn't want to be carting it too far around the countryside. So in all things, fuel, air, spark and compression. So fuel, let's get it. Ooh, funky lid there. I mean, it smells like fuel. It doesn't smell too bad. There's plenty of fuel in it. There's got to be like, you know, here's the filter doesn't want to come out. It looks okay. So we know it's got fuel in it. We'll start there. Put that away. Some of the other things on here, I'm just gonna see about this spark plug. Just make sure that's, that spark plug was loose. I don't know if he's been messing with that, but or the last person that had it before him, but that's a pretty decent spark plug, but it was hand tight. So we're just going to roll this over. Looks like it would have compression. I can see the cylinder going up and down there. Doesn't look like too much of an issue. So there's a trap for young players. I would have seen that at least 5 times of something that's brand new and the spark plug's loose, or someone's brought me something, or we're working on something, and I just out of habit, I just you know, check the spark plug. Lo and behold, she's loose. Don't be alarmed, I'm just going to nip it up. There we go. So that's now tight. Of course, now I'm paranoid. I'm going to check the lead, make sure the lead's fine. I'm going to check the connection in here, make sure that's fine. Listen for it when it goes on. Yep, beautiful. It's making a good connection. Okay, so reason one why it mightn't run very well. Okay, so we've got a couple of little fuses here, or breakers, push breakers. We've got AC and DC. We've got a choke. We've got stop, choke, on, engine on, off. Fair enough. We've got the fuel on, off. So yeah, there's no markings on there. Oh, there's the slight markings. I think that's R for reserve. The dot is always mostly off, and that is on. So fuel on, which is pretty interesting. So there's a screw there that will drain the carby. I'm going to do that now before we do anything else. I did notice also that it's has oil in the fuel, so it's either it's either 4-stroke and requires a bit of lube, or it's a 2-stroke. And then I'm just going to open that screw and get that fuel out. See if we can get that fuel out. There it goes. So far it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to drain it all. I'm just going to do it till it keeps draining. So there would have been, we would be able to see water or any contaminants that comes out of there. Oh, it looks pretty good. You can tell it's got oil in it, which is good. I can't see any water in it. It's not the best colour, but that's what the oil will do to it, and age, of course. So can't see any contaminants. Let's crack on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this pot under there, and I'm just going to turn the fuel back on to reserve. Then I'm going to turn the fuel on, and it starts to run out, which is great, which is telling me that there's fuel supply down there. So a bit of a fault finding thing there to just make sure that we've got fuel coming down from the fuel valve filling the bulb. So we've closed that off. We know we've got fuel. I'll just make sure that's not dripping anymore. We've cleaned out the old fuel out of the bulb. We've got the choke turned on. We've got the machine turned on, hopefully. On is at the top, off is at the bottom. On is up here. I say we give it a rip. Oh, it's hard to pull. Ooh. Whoa. So it ran, but it's blowing a lot of smoke. And I think that perhaps that's not 50 to 1. That might be more like 25 or probably even 15 to 1. So let's see if it starts up again. It took a little while to go, so we had a couple of issues there. Might have been a little bit of compression loss from the spark plug not being tight, a little bit of old fuel, but the fuel looked great, so that should be fine. And then, you watch this, I don't care how much smoke it blows. Oh. Look at all that smoke. That's crazy. Just let it warm up, see what happens. It's kind of getting warm now, but it's still very smoky. Hey, it runs. It's going to plug some 240 into it and see if we can't load it up a little bit. We'll just go easy on it first up and we'll plug these halogens in, see what happens. So we'll start up again. I've got it turned on. I've got the fuel. I've just got it back to normal RPM there. Whoa. Not bad. Still a little bit jittery there. See if we can't get it something more difficult to do. I'll test it on this. This is a little 200 watt renovator tool. Okay. Look, you wouldn't want to be doing any serious work with this thing, but this will charge a battery, probably charge a mobile phone, probably run a few lights, which is pretty cool. Well, around the halogen's pretty good. I want to get all the fuel out of it, and we'll put some, dead set, make sure we put some 50 to 1 in it, and we'll go from there and see if that smoke improves. Off comes that fuel line. We can bring it forward, and there we go. So we've got rid of all the old fuel. Now that may have been 50 to 1 fuel, but we're just gonna make sure because it's very smoky. All right, so it's less oil than you think that you need. So we're just gonna make sure of that. I've got a synthetic 2-stroke oil here, and we're gonna only mix up a litre because that's all I really need to run the thing, right? I actually probably can mix up 500 mils, but we'll do a litre. So a litre, 50 to 1 in a litre of fuel is 20 mils of oil. So this has actually got too much in this little thing here, so we'll just reverse that. There we go. There's our 20 mils there. Put that into here. Should be a litre in here. So you can see the colour difference there. It's pretty slight, but this one is dark, dark, dark. And this is only a tiny bit of fuel in a glass jar. This is a litre of fuel, even deeper, so it should be darker. And this is in a 1 litre of fuel in a plastic container. So you can see there the difference of the amount of oil in the fuel. So let's see what happens now. And now, we'll go for another start. Much less smoky straight off. It's even running better. It's running smoother. It's going. We'll see if we can really load it up to its 850. This will test it out. It's actually starting real nice now. Oh, fuck. More than half the amount of smoke. Let's just put this on low. Oh, she's working. Okay, so there you go. The 850 watt, 240 volt Hurricane portable generator. Off she goes. Thanks, Ian, and I'll put it back in the box and you can come and get it. Happy days. Happy projecting. This Hurricane Gen 850 generator. It was upside down in the box, so I thought that'd be funny. Anyway, moving on.